Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
I nailed it today. I
what
nailed
you got
it.
there?
I nailed. We have become. It would be safe to say we've become coffee snobs in the O'Mara household. That if I have coffee somewhere else now, I don't dig it because I grind my own beans, and it is so wonderful. And
When you
the
call
fact
yourself a snob, are you proud of this?
Yeah. I like the fact that I care about the coffee that I make in my. Why are you laughing at that?
I like it because I care.
No, you don't.
That's what you just said.
No, you said that. You said that.
You
I
said
said
that.
But
Yeah.
why are you? That's you like that? All right. I'm sorry.
Well, you're taking it very seriously. You're a snob with two B's.
I like it.
What is your varietal that you use? that
I
you
use.
grind?
I don't know what the brand name is. It's
Maxwell
it's-
House?
It comes no. Push off. It comes from the box store, and it's an orange bag, and it is Cuban dark roast. But you don't. That's just a souvenir hoarding item.
Yeah, but you know what's
have.
really cool? Look, do you see that little thump on the bottom of it right there?
What's that?
That's where they attached the key to open the can back in the day because
Cool.
people didn't have can openers.
But you don't drink coffee, right?
I can drink coffee sometimes. I'm more likely to have it after a meal than I am in the morning. If I caffeine up in the morning, it's tea. I like me tea.
Is it Jose's Columbia Supreme?
No, it is in
That's an orange case. That's an orange case from Costco.
It's a bag of beans, and
Yep.
it's
Is it
And is
lima
a Kirkland?
beans?
Is it a Kirkland brand?
it is not a Kirkland brand.
All right.
It might be Jose's. I'm not sure. If you could show me a picture, I'd tell you whether it was the coffee. And we don't have a coffee sponsor, so I would be, I don't have a problem putting something else up.
Do you grind it at Costco or do you grind it at home?
I grind it at home because that adds to the whole snob thing because we have
Is
a
this
grinder.
your coffee?
That is not. That
Is not the coffee. I am sorry. That is
if you look through
incorrect.
Costco coffees, you'll
I did.
find mine, I'm sure.
I found two orange bags. One
Okay.
is Kirkland's and one is that.
Really?
Let's see the Kirkland. It might be a Kirkland.
Why don't you look Cuban coffee under Costco?
All right. I will find it.
Mike, do you ever feel
I
sorry
think it's
for
Mayorga. It might be Mayorga.
or Mallorca? Maybe that's in Spain.
Well, no,
I don't
not
think there's a
Spain. It's
Mayorga.
not Spain.
Well,
It's
okay.
not Spanish. It's Cuban.
You don't. Well, they speak Spanish in Cuba.
I understand that, but
Did you see the cake?
what cake?
The one when they're in Cuba in The Godfather. Everybody look at
God.
the cake.
Oh no! His meds are like balanced a certain way today, so I have to prepare.
Yes, blame the medicine, Mike. I
that.
haven't been like this every day for 30 years.
It's interesting.
Because I feel sorry for the people when you leave Costco. You get your receipt and you have to make that dash from the register, past the food court,
Right.
past the service desk to the
Nothing but
ambivalent
net.
people, to the ambivalent lady that looks at your receipt. But to your right, there's some guy that's going to try and sell you an air conditioner. There's some guy that's going to try to sell you an
I
appliance.
feel so bad
And
for
a generator.
those people. I feel so bad for those people. There it is.
Oh, because it's yellow. That's why it's not
Mayorga.
orange.
I made
You
that
know
jump.
what,
I
ass?
saw the yellow
You know
and
what,
I said
ass?
it must be that.
What?
It's orangish yellow. It's not a canary yellow. Can you
That's
put
what
that
I
up
want.
again, please? You put it up too quickly. That's kind of an orangey look. That is more orange than it is yellow.
Your call, Josh?
I am passing that for orange.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it orange.
What would you call it?
Cocoa.
It's not yellow.
It's not yellow.
It's not yellow.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you have it.
It's So I love that stuff. That's
But
what we consume.
I
in
do
there.
feel
and
sorry
I hate it
for
when
the-
we give a plug when we don't get compensation for it.
So we don't have the TMOS coffee yet.
Ooh. I'll have to fly to Cuba. Yes.
You feel sorry for those people that are selling the generators and the water purifiers when you leave Costco, but who I really feel sorry for are the Karens that are at that communal coffee grinder.
Yes.
I mean, for one thing, it can't be sanitary, and for another thing,
I don't even know where that is.
It's as you exit.
Yeah, for me, it's near the hot dog condiments.
Oh, so it's over there where people grind their own coffee.
Yeah, by the onion crank.
Oh, I don't want to go near that. That's like that's that. To me, that doesn't work. I know it doesn't get anybody else's Gribblies in there,
but it's got other people's coffee. It's going to have
got
cheap
like fragments
blends.
of coffee. You got everything
Right.
in there, right?
Yeah,
That's
and I run
good.
my cherries through it, so it's got it all messed up.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you,
Rob
Mike.
Spiewak, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you deal with those people asking to sell the generator and the roof?
I always
And
say
the
got one. I
gutters?
already got one.
I kind of look the other way and keep walking fast.
Rude.
That is not rude. I'm not obligated. What do you do?
I tell the first one I rent loud enough that the rest don't ask me.
That's
pretty
I might
good.
do that. I rent.
Do you know how I used to
apart-
deal with the panhandlers when I lived in Richmond?
Oh God. My God.
What? You would see them coming, right?
Panhandlers, Boxcar Willie, 19 live.
Am I gonna get canceled?
Locked in a decade that he wasn't even born in.
Am I going to get canceled for using the phrase panhandler? It's better than beggar. When I would be approached by someone,
But for the grace of God go we.
Yeah,
Understood.
I think even the term homeless is not appropriate now.
okay, so when I
So
was
think you're
approached
about
by
5 words behind.
when I was approached by someone who was unhomed, and they would ask for money, and I would always know they were coming, and I'd ask them first. I'd say, "Hey, do you have a quarter?"
Aren't you sweet?
And it
Aren't
would
you
throw
nice?
them off.
That's Rob
Well,
Spiewak.
it was a genuine.
That's
a genuine
Rob Spiewak.
concern.
By the way, the third guy in a fight that kicks the guy that's been hit by the first two.
That's
There you
a
go.
lie, Mike. That's a lie.
That
Because
is a
I would
lie.
never be in a fight. I'd run. And no trip. We don't use the word hobo anymore.
You are wound up today. You really, really are. But good for you. So, good for you.
Good for
All
you.
right, hold on. I got to get this smaller. There it is. All right, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my controls here. I was trying to find. It's a lie. I know I've got it in here. I just hit it. I know I hit it. Oh, come on. Where is it? No. I can't find it. I'm sorry. That's
all
highly
right.
unprofessional. I've done that my entire career. Carla O'Mara
People know
is
that you are
texting me.
just trying to make the show better. It's and if that takes a moment, sometimes it takes a moment.
All right. So I don't know why Carla is texting me. Let me see what's happening.
Oh, no, it's about the show.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
She,
Okay.
I got a text from Carla. She said it's orange.
Thanks, Rob. All right, I am. I'm going to attempt to get the show started here. Today is for my little man is Picture Day, and if you will allow me a moment to just talk about how much I love my kids, how much I love Catherine, how much I love Elizabeth, and how much I love Michael. The greatest disappointment in my life when my marriage broke up was the fact that I was a part-time dad. I was not a full-time dad, and that was very, very difficult for me. But due to the fact that I was very involved in my kid's life, and there was not a War of the Roses situation for child custody, I watched my daughters grow up. But it still cannot replace the idea of being in the house with your kid every day, especially school days, which I have now with my 11-year-old son, Michael. And the drill usually goes, Carla takes him to school and I pick him up. And then now we've been taking him out to the driving range because that's the sport he wants to focus on, which, of course, is getting me really excited. And it's a lot of car time. And the shtick is pretty thick now. He's got a sophisticated sense of humor, and he can make me laugh. And then today, it's so funny. Last night, he knew that today was going to be Picture Day at school. And he said, Dad, in the car yesterday at some point, said, Dad, I'm not going to wear a tie. I'm like, yeah, you're at that age. I know
That's
it's
cool.
casual time and stuff like that. And then he comes out 6 o'clock this morning and he says, Dad, I found my suit. And I knew that the rules had changed. So it went from no tie at all to, Dad, can you help me tie my tie? I said, okay, where's your tie? And he looks at me as though I'd said the worst thing in the world. And he said, Dad, I use your ties. Oh, I said, oh, that's right. You used one last year and you take the tail of it and you tuck it into your shirt. And he uses one of my ties. So it's off to the bedroom. And I've been doing this for a very long time. I rarely wear a tie down here, as most Floridians don't.
Yeah, it wouldn't kill you, you know.
It wouldn't. Okay, maybe I'll come in. Maybe we'll have a tie day.
I'd love that.
Or dress up day on the show. Josh, do you have any suits? Do you have any suits and ties?
I believe I do.
You go to church, right? You must have formal occasions.
Yeah, but church isn't about formal anymore.
No. I wear just a shirt without a print on. It's still a T-shirt when I go to church. I'm in Florida.
Yeah,
Can't wear a suit into church.
I was thinking maybe
God doesn't like ties.
Maybe we have formal day.
No, we could do a formal day.
I think
And that because you go to one of those churches where it's Jesus loves you, yeah, let's together with our hands and we go downtown, and that type of thing.
Mike, it's called a praise band.
Praise band. All right,
yeah.
Praise.
Well, and formal day here will just be no pants. So.
Then I guess every day is that day.
Video. Yeah. So we're going to be like news anchors.
And by the way, in my beautiful video today, I've got a Weatherman moment. I think it's really old. Like all of my videos, I don't date them for you because I don't care.
Mike, maybe we should start calling them films.
Films.
I like looking back at things that were trending 5 years ago. It's a nice throwback.
Do you know, Rob has got a great sense of humor, and I love that idea so much, but I know my brain works at this speed where I'm thinking now that I like it, that it makes Rob and I laugh, and then that people would give us, idiots would give us crap. Because it would be like they're not films.
If you're having fun, everyone else will have fun.
But I'm thinking, wouldn't it be fun? We have a few short films now that we'd like to share with you.
Short subject.
Done by who is it? Andy Samberg.
Yes,
the guy at Saturday
Night Live. The Island,
the SNL shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
So he brings. We go into the bedroom, and I have my ties no longer hung up, but in a drawer, kind of laid out in a drawer. And ties don't wrinkle that badly unless you really ball them up. So, we go through and we get the ties. And
what color suit is he wearing? I'm just
navy blue, okay. Or dark blue, I believe.
When he said he found his suit, does that mean it was possibly balled up in a corner?
Nope, because it was perfectly
it looked good.
hung up and looked crisp. So it was fine. And he rolls in, and then we go through the ties, and I try to do the deal where I lift his collar up. And I reach around him and I look in the mirror and I realize even with that, I still don't have the ability to do it unless it's around my own neck. So I make an extra large loop and I do it. And then I put it over his head and dial it in, and it comes out great. And
when you attempt to tie his tie at the word go, do you stand behind him?
I did.
Or are you looking
it just doesn't work. The feel. It's a feel thing with me, and so I have a certain way of doing it. And when I'm reaching around someone else, it's probably exactly the same motion, but I just didn't want to do it that way.
There was, I think it was before one of Robert's homecoming dances when like a gang of 5 guys were meeting at my house before they went to the school, and I had to tie 5 ties because they just don't know. And
they won't need it. Probably. I mean, even in some. Well, I hope he needs it.
Did you tie it on yourself or reach around all those guys?
I actually looked at them and I did it. I guess
you reached around, Josh.
Hey, you're the one that said that word.
Putting your arms around them.
I asked them to sit on my lap.
Stop.
No,
God.
I faced them and tied it, I guess, like left-handed for me.
Rob is a skilled
I could not do that.
tie person. He actually can tie a bow tie, which I cannot do, and I've always been jealous about that because I have gone to videos. I don't possess the ability. What are you enjoying today? What was that?
Today is a Faygo grape soda.
Would you like to read the contents so we just know the grams that you are ingesting today?
It has 160 calories. Hey, no fat. 3 milligrams of sodium. It has 41 carbs, 41% of 41 grams of carbs. Amazingly, 0 protein. And Mike, 100% flavor.
What about the sugar content? That's what I was
that's
getting
under
at. That's what I
carbs.
really
That's
wanted.
total sugar is 41 grams.
You lost again.
Well, I guess it's not as good as drinking Fireball on a golf course, but it's what I do. So,
Are you mocking me for drinking now? That's good. That's a good sign. That is a very, very good sign.
I'm saying, Mike, that we all have our vices. And
I don't consider your sugar soda to be a vice.
Which is why you always bring it up.
I'm concerned because, I worry about sugar, and I watch a lot of videos. Rob, you know me. I worry
about you too, Sugar. You watch a lot of films.
No, it's your thing. You talk about it, and it's not like you're mainlining a 6-pack every day, right?
No, 1 or 2, maybe 3. No more than 4. 5 is a lot, and 6 is just such a round number. But Mike, who's counting?
That's good. We're going to open it with you today. I want to hear about your concern over pool behavior.
Okay, so I went to the pool this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to know you are a little bit behind it because you've been saying one of my least favorite.
Donald Trump sip.
Mike, what are you drinking? And what vessel is that?
All right, this is our TMOS coffee mug, and I have to say something.
Yes.
Carla put these together. When I drink my coffee, I use my right hand.
I understand. Well, Mike, that's traditional because most people use their right hand and they want to see the logo.
So when you're drinking it, you're going to get a nice view of the Mike O'Mara Show logo. But when you're showing it to somebody, it'll just look like a nice little camp mug.
Or you can drink left-handed and everyone can see your favorite podcast.
Josh, I'm very, very aware of our TMOS supporters, and we're very grateful for them. But, folks, we're not going to give you the early options to buy things if you're not going to do it. Just wanted to say that, okay? Mm-hmm. That is a privilege.
And I suggest using your right hand because we don't want more coffee in that computer.
But, Josh, actually, I don't want you to focus on the negative because ever since he spilled that caffeine in his computer, it doesn't go to sleep.
No, it's running faster.
It's running faster.
I think I got it early enough where it was A-okay.
Did you
Back
invert
to
the
pool.
keyboard?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So
no, I did not.
The reason that one of the reasons I was dead set on going to the pool this weekend is that both you and Josh have called me in the past week powder, and I don't care for that. And so I wanted to get some color.
Have you messed with your lighting?
Yeah, I did actually. It should look a little better
because it looks
today.
to me like there's a shadow that when you move your enormous cranium that comes across your head. Can you go side to side? Let me see if it. Josh, do you see that, or am I the only one seeing that?
No, you're right. When he did do a lot of work on his lighting, and it does look better, but you're right. When he moves off center,
there's something there. Like go slow, Rob. All right, and I'll have you stop where it gets in the way. Really. He's moving too slow.
No, and with his lips pulled like that, it's even more like powder.
So I'm not
Right
the only
there.
one noticing that.
I'll try not to
What is
move.
that? What is that we're looking at, Josh?
It's just
I think
we
it
gotta
could be
widen
from the
out that
ring light right in front of me. Maybe if I diffuse the ring light.
I mean, your lighting is good today. I like your lighting today.
Thank you.
In fact, I'm more powder-like. I'm going to change mine right now. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be
While
right
you do
back.
that, I will say that I thought one way to fight the powderness was to A, get some sun, and B, mess with my lighting. So you drove me to go to the pool. Mike is just walking around now.
You've now obsessed him over his lighting.
So we have a decent
it to the
pool in
pool.
my neighborhood. I haven't been able to go much this year because, the tattoo puts you out of service for like 3 weeks. So I haven't been to the pool, and Mike is now looking in his camera. Okay. Now we get a look at his fillings as he opens his mouth. Or as Josh, what do you call those things that they drill and put in your teeth?
Fill-ins?
Yeah, fillings.
Fill-ins.
Exactly. But Mike, you guys drove me to go to the pool, and as I just told Josh, I was out of service for a few weeks because of the tattoo. You can't put a fresh tattoo underwater. Oh, and by the way, Josh, have you ever had a dream that your tattoo goes wrong and you have to go and get it totally re-inked? I had a very long, detailed dream last night. Yeah.
I've had to go get them redone.
Really?
Well, no,
you're
talking about it fades, and I went and had to redo it after 15 years.
Yeah, well, no, mine was like in the dream. It was like a month later, and all the yellow was gone. And I went to a tattoo place in Leesburg that doesn't exist. And I said, "Hi, and she said, this lady said, "Hi, I know who you are. You have the daughter that has all that ink. What happened to your tattoo?" I said, "It's gone." He said, "You didn't go to that guy in Richmond, did you?" And I said, "I did." It was like not a nightmare, but it was one of those dreams where everything goes wrong.
So you thought you had I had a weird nightmare. Not a nightmare, but a weird
nightmare.
Yeah. No, it was weird. It was like a radio station, like my old WIRE in Annapolis, and I had lost my car, and I went with for a walk with Steve Bridges, and he was showing me the waterfall. It was weird. It was absolutely
sounds
badass.
quite vivid.
It was very
Sounds vivid.
Very
But anyway,
weird.
you didn't walk with Steve. My tattoo is fine, so no worries. Anyway, I'm not showing the tattoo.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Were we talking about a pool?
Yes, so I'm saying that I got to go to the pool this weekend. Sunday was glorious. Low humidity, probably like 85 and sunny. And I said, I'll go for a couple hours. And even if I sit, partially under an umbrella, I'll still get some sun and not crisp up like I do if I did, throw caution to the wind. So I was at the pool for a few hours, and our pool in our neighborhood is nice. We pay our fees, and we get to use the pool, and we use our passes. And it's not a great pool because the depth, Mike, only goes to 5 feet. And, you kind of want like
That'll come into play with the short films that we play later.
Mike O'Mara's short film showcase.
I've had this conversation and trying to figure out if it was a Florida thing, but I don't think they make deep pools anymore.
I think it's an insurance thing.
I think it's an insurance thing because I run into the same issue all the time.
I grew up in a community pool that had a deep end where you
and
had
a diving board, probably.
Yeah, a diving board where you had diving competitions. My sister was a diver, and they had swim meets where there was a diving competition with that. And then we played, it was kind of a badge of honor when you played Marco Polo in the deep end of the pool. They don't have that anymore?
No,
our pool goes to 5 feet, and that's it. And there's a couple problems with that. But to speak what you said before, we never had the money to be a part of Chesterbrook Swim Club, but I had friends. And Chesterbrook Swim Club actually had a high dive, which was amazing. I would never dive off it.
Did you have a community pool when you grew up? Did you have like a local
I was too busy
muni?
working in the fields, Mike.
All right. Because ours was a community, like the whole town or the whole section of our town had this. But I don't know if I think it was. Well, I mean, you didn't have to join. Well, maybe you did. But it was everybody in the whole town was there. So I remember that.
The Chesterbrook was private, and then I know that Vienna had a swimming pool that was built and maintained by neighborhoods because my friends' parents were instrumental in getting it built. But this is simply a community pool that is a bonus of living in the neighborhood. But I don't like the fact that it only goes to 5 feet because you can't dive in that. And I really hate like lowering myself into a pool by the ladder or going down to the 3 feet and wading into the pool. I'd much prefer
Are you
to jump
worried that
into
if
a
you
pool.
jump into the pool that your ass will go right down to the bottom and you'll suffer a spinal injury?
I do jump in, but you can't dive in, so you look like an idiot. You jump in and also your feet get to the 5 feet really quick.
Having a pool, and as Josh will tell you, so many people have pools in their backyard that have no depth whatsoever. They're tiny little bathtubs. I enter my pool by standing on the edge and assuming the crucifixion pose and just falling backwards. I swear to God, that's how I enter my pool more often than not.
Do you remember
and that
the
always
commercial?
looks great at a public pool.
It does look too good at a public pool.
Do you remember the commercial for Nestea? Take the Nestea plunge.
I do the Nestea plunge. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. So, once you get in the water, it was a perfect day where it was just a little hot and the pool was just a little cool. It was bracing. It was refreshing. I was there for a good time. I read that book. We're going to have that author on, that mystery book. It's fantastic. But then I begin to realize because of the pool's depth, I think it's become a place where people just drop their kids off and leave them there. And there is absolutely no parental guidance for these kids. One kid is so loud, and I swear, Mike, I know you like the seagulls in Finding Nemo with Dory the fish that go mine, 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 mine,
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Well, they
Is there
have
a lifeguard
small,
on duty at your pool?
2 of them,
Okay, good.
and
Okay.
but they seem disinterested.
I
So
think the depth of the pool might have more to do with the kids being dropped off and not
that's what I
washed.
think.
The
But
other
they're
way
in
around.
if you get to the 3.5-foot area, Mike, they've got a small basketball hoop with a small basketball, and these unattended kids are playing. And there's one kid that's bigger than the other kid, and at full volume the whole time he's playing basketball. Mine, 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 and to a point where it was almost comical. And I looked to Carrie and I said, "Are those noise-canceling headphones?" She said, "I truly wish they were."
They're
Just loud, unattended kids, and they're all we have one swimming lane that's blocked off with a big floating rope type deal, and these kids love hanging on the rope, and they're getting yelled at.
Let me offer
time.
some insight here, okay?
Please.
This is, first of all, volume level of children at pools is a different norm unto itself.
I agree,
And
but this was over the top.
Wait, let me finish. I lived in the community before we moved here, probably 20 feet from the community pool, and through my front door and into the house. When you would have, and there was never anyone that used it. It was elderly over there. They didn't.
Right.
So, but in spring, when the families would come down to visit, you would have even 2 children.
Yes.
In a community pool area can raise the decibel level to levels that are insane. There is a level of reckless abandon with children when they are in a pool environment that first of all, there's nothing you can really do about it. I just don't think you can. And it is so over the top. It's like it's the only chance that they have to legally scream at the top of their lungs without being called on it. Would you agree? And I'm not trying to sound like an old fart.
Well, it's also water in their ears. So they don't realize they're yelling as loud as they're yelling.
I don't know I don't know about that.
Mike, when you lived in the older community and the pool was empty, do you think you would have gotten more of your neighbors into the pool if you put pods in the pool?
The cocoon pods let us in. It was when I lived in
Deserted,
that
I'm sure.
house, it was the greatest because it was literally like having a private pool that you didn't have to maintain. It was spectacular. But on the days it would happen, I can imagine at a public pool. And oh, by the way, we were recently this past summer after we picked my kid up at his little STEM camp where he was learning about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We went to a hotel and stayed at there was the hotel pool there, and it was the same thing. The din is it sucks. It's
insane.
You can't do anything without like risking an altercation. Am I right about that?
No, but there were no parents to reach out to for this.
It wouldn't matter.
With them No, but I'm talking about now like other misbehavior, like hanging on the lane rope. And the people, okay, I got to do an example for this. When I said that the lifeguards were disinterested, this is going to be a show and tell. Hold on. Now, when you have a proper pool whistle, there's a little piece of cork inside that engages and gives it its trill when it's really loud. So what you should
Thanks
hear
for explaining
is
how a whistle works to our listening audience.
Mike, not everyone is whistle savvy, okay?
Jesus. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen to this. This is how it should sound. Right?
Yeah.
Or if it's a break, that noise.
Okay.
But this is the whistle I'm getting from the disinterested lifeguards. They can't even blow hard enough to make it sound like a whistle. So it's like,
now I
get
remember
off the line or I'm going to have to write you up and report you.
I remember from that part of the country, the Northern Virginia, D.C. suburb area, that lifeguard positions were populated by a lot of foreign exchange type students. Is this the case at your community pool?
Yes, we had Germans last year, and this year I don't know.
That must have made you happy.
Mike, I tell you what, no one was hanging on the line then because the second time they blew the whistle.
Yeah.
But Also, these disinterested lifeguards, they've changed the structure. It used to be when I was a boy, the hourly break was from 10 minutes until the hour, until the top of the hour, and during the break, the adults could use the pool.
That's the rule at a lot of places like that.
Now the rule is every other hour, 20 minutes, and nobody can use the pool. So for 20 minutes, everyone stays out of the pool.
What the hell is that? What are they doing?
I don't know. I'm thinking again, it's insurance maybe that they can't. If someone should happen.
You're not a confrontational dude. You couldn't ask the guard. By the way, are there? Is it a Baywatch situation with lifeguards, or is it just nasty?
Mike,
nasty...
it's not so much a bay as it is a pond.
And who's going to stop you during that 20-minute break?
The lady, she'll give me one of these.
Well, she's on break.
Well, but I think they would catch you. But I just know that I don't
Even
like
the
that
adults
rule.
can't go in the pool?
No none adults in
and
the
then
5
lifeguards
pool.
just split.
Yeah. And this brings me
That's
to
inmates running the asylum stuff right there. That's what that is.
It didn't happen with the Germans. But so the thing that bothered me the most, and I don't know if this should bother me, is that these kids, and I'm guessing they're like in the 10-year-old range, maybe 8 to 12, mostly being about 10, that are dropped off with no supervision whatsoever.
And school hasn't started up there yet.
No, school had not started, and it was a Sunday anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I can't stand the people that order a pizza to be delivered to the pool. Don't you have homes? Go
You're
home
jealous.
and eat.
You're jealous.
No, I like the move.
You do?
I like that move. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
get it there.
This is a
there's
current
no good
father
food
of
at the
an
pool.
11-year-old. I get it.
There's no
You
good
know.
food at the pool. There's a vending machine where the kids always want snacks. And
Vending.
Oh, we don't even have that. I mean, you know what? There's a water fountain. Stay hydrated.
Then there's
You're
no
hungry,
choice.
go home.
If they don't want you to order pizza, put up a snack bar. We get food trucks outside our pool. Is what we get.
Ooh, that is cool.
Okay, wait a second. That sounds good. What kind of
Yeah.
food trucks?
It changes. It changes.
What annoys you about the pizza?
I saw an email that tomorrow is stuffed mashed potatoes food truck.
Wow. I went to a wedding once
What
that
do you
had
do
a
when you? That would be a little messy.
No, Mike, I went to a wedding once
you
that had a
probably
mashed
wouldn't-
potato bar where you would get mashed potatoes
Yeah.
and they'd add the toppings. And mix
Just
it up.
don't eat it in the pool.
No.
What bugs you about the pizza?
I think it's another issue of Karen saying, I'll be back to pick you up at 6. Here's $15. Get a pizza. You're not coming home. You're not coming. Let the lifeguards watch you. I'm not going to. No, it's wine
Didn't
day
you
at
let
home.
your kids go to the pool unattended at a certain age?
Yeah, when they were like 16 or 17. When they were
Yeah, I
old
think
enough to know better.
All our signs, I think, say 15, but there's definitely kids under that. They're
So
by
you're saying
themselves.
this is parental neglect you're dealing with here.
Absolutely.
You're really starting to ease into. First, it was Halloween, where you don't
and that's
put anything
coming
out
up,
anymore,
too.
and
Yeah.
you're just an old. You're elderly beyond your years. You're becoming a kind of a recluse curmudgeon. Your kids were that age an hour ago. So I'm surprised that your
I know.
memory is that short. It seems like I understand.
I don't think
Time
we've never ordered a pizza to the pool.
Well, it's time for another kid. Because
I believe
it's like
science and current situations will prevent that unless we
Right.
adopt them. Yeah.
Science keeps getting better.
I think that I understand the din. I understand, but it is part of the equation when you're at a commit. But
The
I'll
pizza
tell you
annoyed me
something.
more than anything.
The pizza annoyed you more than the noise of the kids?
Yeah, because I can understand the noise, but you can go home and
You
eat.
can't Yeah, but half of that noise is kids saying they're hungry.
Okay, valid.
Don't you
suppose
think
you're right.
that when you're when the kid's there, did you see any parent supervising the pizza consumption?
There was none. It was like a pack of children. There was a couple. There
Did
was
the-
one parent there, a particularly saggy mother, who said,
Oh my God, Jesus, come on!
"Okay, there was a beautiful mother there, and give me a name of a boy, because I can't think of his name right now. Just any
Joshua.
name. It might have been it.
Abraham.
Joshua,
Caleb.
Joshua, come out of. We need to. Joshua, we need to come out. Joshua, it's time to. Joshua, it's time to go.
See,
Okay,
after the
5
third
more
one,
minutes.
you've lost it already. It's not
Yeah, you
good.
have.
It's not
And then they get out, and Joshua has left a toy in the pool. And I look in the pool,
like a
and I
baby
don't see
Ruth.
not a baby Ruth.
Okay.
That happened at my pool this weekend.
And
Somebody
I look
pooped
and
in the
look-
pool.
Yeah, we were at the pool.
Did
and
they have
you
to empty
You
it?
start to see people skirmish and
Oh, no.
talking, and then the lifeguards walking around telling everyone, "Pool's closed. Pool's closed. Everyone's getting out."
Yeah,
No.
'cause that's a
Talking about
situation where they
all
got to
looking
shock
around.
the pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
everyone's
actually
staring
have
at-
to. Some municipalities they have to drain it.
No, here they don't drain it. They just shut it down for the day and deal with it with chemicals.
Oh, my
while all the kids run over to the lap pool and take the lap pool over, and all the parents stare at each other trying to figure out whose kid ruined it.
Was it a solid offering?
I
Or
did
more
not see it.
Okay, good.
Did not see it.
God, Rob.
Because, Mike, I mean, whether or not it floats depends on
Please,
how much fiber.
let's move on.
All right,
Move on.
let me get back to
God.
Joshua. So they get Joshua out of the pool, coincidentally, about the time we're leaving. So I'm up, and I've put on my Birkenstocks and my T-shirt, and I'm dry, and I'm
Hey,
ready to leave.
sexy. Sexy mother effer.
And they say, "Where is Joshua's toy? Where is Joshua's toy?" And everyone's circling. And it's because we're about to go. We can't go without Joshua's toy. Joshua asks if he can go back in to get it. No, Joshua, you can't. And so some other guy with a really long, unkempt beard is on the other side. And he says, "I see it. Do you see the stripes at the bottom of the pool? Count 3, and then it's where I'm pointing." And I look, and
Is
I
it
still
the
don't
Jeffrey
see it.
the giraffe?
No, Mike. It was a non-floating, transparent ball. And I'm like, what sort of toy do you want to take into a pool that is transparent and it doesn't float? Joshua's an idiot. So
Wow.
I
Is it a
thought
glass
about-
globe?
I wouldn't go back to the pool again. I really
I'm going
wouldn't.
back this weekend, and I'm going to raise a ruckus. I'm going to say, none pizza and shut up.
There you go.
And
Have
I'm going
fun.
to
You're
tell
an
the,
old man.
I'm going to tell, I'm going to go to the lifeguard. I'm going to say, blow, baby.
But it's
blow
great
it.
that you were there with your wife. It's great
Yeah.
that you were there with Carrie. That's good.
Yeah.
That means that you two are childless now with nobody in the nest
Empty
anymore.
nest. Yeah.
It's working for you guys, right? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's nice.
You
we
think
don't
so
fill up-
or you know so?
I know so. We don't fill up the dishwasher as fast. We're not generating as much trash as we used to.
All right, Mr.
It's
Excitement.
great.
We have to take a break. We will come
Take
back.
your whistle to the pool.
Yes, bring the whistle.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
and-
could have my own break. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be something?
And maybe they wouldn't be able to identify where it was coming from. You know, you just blow the whistle and hide it under a towel. We have to take a break. There it is. We will be back with the round table, and
Love it.
a little bit later on, we've got a new commercial for our Las Vegas show, and the boys did an amazing job on it. I hope you like it as much as we did. We will do that and buy a ticket. We'll be right back. I got my massive case of wine. I think 14 bottles I had in my case of wine.
That's a
from
lot.
Naked Wines. I can't wait for. I am set through the holiday season. Americans pay about twice as much for their wine as the rest of the world because dating back to Prohibition, there are laws that ensure the right of wholesalers to make big margins. That's nuts. So listen up. This podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines. Naked Wines, not only great wine, but it's a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get a box of the market's best quality wines, just like I did, for a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. Go to nakedwines.com/TMOS and click Enter Voucher in the top right when you get to the website. Then you enter TMOS for both of them, the code and the password, and that'll get you 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99. And I am telling you, the wine is awesome. Shipping is included. That's $100 off and less than $7 per bottle. Nakedwines.com/TMOS. Use the code and password TMOS to grab 6 bottles. $39.99. Nakedwines.com. Remember, code and password TMOS for $100 off your first 6 bottles. And I say, cheers, everybody! We start today with O.J. Simpson. No longer with us, and he was cremated. And now, you might be wondering, well, I wasn't, where's O.J. now? Did they scatter
the
the
ashes.
Did
Yeah.
they put them somewhere on a football field somewhere? No.
In a Bronco?
He's jewelry.
Oh, no.
His lawyer says that his remains,
Mike,
have
be
been
technical.
made-
They are cremains.
cremains,
Yes.
have been made into cremation jewelry. Another
They
way
try
that
to
they
sell
get
you that stuff when they burn up the body.
Well,
I've been a
is
victim
he-
of it.
Is the lawyer trying to sell it? Or is there someone that's wearing
No,
this jewelry?
no, the jewelry was given to his 4 kids. That's how they did it. That includes Sydney and Justin, who were both under the age of 10 when their mom, Nicole Brown Simpson, was murdered by someone. They're both in their 30s now. It's hard to believe
Amazing.
that clock on the wall, how much time flies. OJ has 2 older kids. It's Arnell and Jason with his first wife, Marguerite. They had a
Okay.
3rd child named Aaron, but he drowned in the family's swimming pool in 1979. Wow, long time ago when he was only 2 years old. It would be interesting to hear Sydney and Justin's feelings on their new jewelry. Did they even want it? I would assume that's the kind of move that is requested by the person who's gone in their will or something like that. At least,
No. They hit you up for that when you picked the ashes up, and I was a part of it. I remember them saying, wouldn't you like to have a pocket knife that had part of your stepfather in it to have with you at all times? I said,
Did they use pocket knife as an example?
pocket knife was one. There
Jewelry.
was jewelry. I remember the
pocket knife might be awkward in this situation.
That is, hey, chalk one up for the Baltimore guy right there.
I like
How about
that.
that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
But,
really hockey on
they-
that.
Yeah, they
All
really
right.
they because we went to a place I remember it was in Chantilly in like an office park, and you go in there, they try to sell it. I understand the jewelry they got for OJ's kids. There's four kids, right?
Yeah.
There was a
4
ring,
kids.
a pendant, a bracelet, and a Prince Albert.
Very nice. Anyway,
Josh
everybody's
is
asking
shaking
this
his head, but he smiled.
Yes. Can you explain that joke to him, please? The Prince Albert joke.
It is a piece of jewelry designed for the male.
I understand. I
Okay,
understand.
good. Okay.
All right. Did they even want it is the big question about this jewelry. Are they going to wear it? Do they think their dad was guilty or innocent? We don't know.
I wouldn't
at this
want it.
stage how they feel with that. Look, I get it. I understand it. But, it's a way of people keeping the memory of a loved one that maybe was less controversial. But you probably will never know the answer to whether or not.
Will you
Do you-
keep any of your ashes out of the ocean or the
I don't even
the
know if
bay
I'm
in
going
your
to be
case?
cremated. I haven't made that decision yet.
I thought
really
you
have
had
no
decided
idea.
to go into the bay.
No, we don't know. I don't know.
I
Well,
thought
if you go
pocket
into the
knives
bay,
for
Mike,
everyone.
if you go into the bay, make sure you do get cremated.
Not the body floating.
Just
Viking
not the
funeral.
body.
I love the idea of a Viking funeral. So cool. That would be so.
I think
very
isn't
cool.
Maine allow that now?
Who allow it?
I think Maine.
Maine allows Viking funerals. I
believe so.
If they're, hey, I'm lining up for it. Hey,
Hey,
if
you see
Donald,
that fire there? What's that fire there?
If Donald Trump is trying to shake the weird label the Democrats have saddled his campaign with, maybe he should rethink his relationship with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because that dude is seriously weird.
Yeah, he is.
Putting the conspiracy theories aside, this guy has flooded the news cycle with everything from brainworms to dead bears to dog eating, and now we have a dead whale's head. For whatever reason, this was they mentioned this
talked
about
about
him
this yesterday.
a while back, and we did. Yeah, I know. But back in 20, did we talk about the whole thing yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Did I
Yeah.
miss that?
Because I brought up the news story because it was from his daughter. His daughter was sharing this.
Did
the
you go into
story.
the details of how it happened, though? Because it says what he did. Do you know that he cut the head off with a chainsaw?
I
don't
knew he
think we
cut the head
discussed
off. I don't
chainsaw.
think we
Thank
had
you.
chainsaw. Yeah.
We
You
discussed-
did mention he strapped it to the roof, right?
Yes, and that the guts splattered on his daughter while they were driving down the
Well,
road.
specifically, this story has whale juice every time, according to Kick. You know, she's the one that might have been. She claims, by the way, she's not dating Ben Affleck. She said every time we accelerated on the highway, whale juice would pour into the windows of the car.
Gross.
And it was rank. So we all had plastic bags over our heads with mouth holes cut out. Why
Well, I'm
did he
glad
do
they
it? We
had
didn't
the
discuss
mouth
that
holes.
either. Why didn't he do it? Why did he do it? Because he had a thing for studying animal skulls and skeletons.
Wow.
Come on, dude.
The whole RFK Jr. thing has ruined one thing for me more than any other. Not the fact that he has tarnished the Kennedy legacy, but the fact that he's married to Cheryl Hines. It makes me feel so much against her now. It's just wild.
She has quite carefully distanced herself on a number of his issues. She claims that she is not the conspiracy theorist that he is. I've read a bit about this, and it's interesting.
But he did come out yesterday. I heard him with Tucker Carlson talking about how she did approve for him to go ahead and endorse Trump.
She did. All right.
He said that he would not have done it if she did not say it was okay.
But it's still, I mean, wow.
Well, just because she's on a TV show, you never know what happens.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
really
there's a certain political bent to that TV show.
Okay.
And if I'm a cast member on that TV show, I will play that bent as well, as far as the public knows.
Yeah, this is true.
I think you're seeing a lot of that recently in politics with different celebrities or now suddenly being more outspoken about what they care about after playing a role for a long time.
Right. I get it. And if you want to keep track of, on this show, Josh's politics, you got to read between those lines carefully, okay? You'll get little hints once in a while.
I'm still
but
trying
he's
to
really
figure
good
it
at
out.
it, and we are good at coexisting. No, I know what his politics are, and
Of
he
course.
knows what mine are. We coexist, which is the way. Josh, show him your
That's
T-shirt.
how the life.
Show him your T-shirt.
Oh.
This is who Josh is really. Charlie.
All
Charlie
in
Stewing
2024.
Stablak
America is
2024.
good.
Yes. Available in the TMOS
Mike-
store, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
I have actually, since you dove a little deeper, I have tape of the actual whale
Okay.
that
Let's
RFK cut the head off of.
Fudgy the Whale is back. That's a whale of a cake for a whale of a dad at your participating Carvel ice cream store. Yep, and this year your Carvel dealer makes them loaded with fudge and nuts. And you can get fudgy with an ocean to serve 20 people. But if you want to send Fudgy the Whale to a whale of a dad anywhere in the Carvel territory, you call the phone number that you see here. Thank you, and have a happy day, Dad.
Now, it's funny because the other popular Dad's Day cake is the Thai cake, and it uses the same mold.
Patton Oswalt, one of the greatest comedians working today,
best.
a good friend of this show, did a bit on they would take Fudgy the Whale and then repurpose it for St. Patrick's Day, and he named the character Patio Cripley because it looked like a crippled leprechaun.
Well, they had to sort of zhuzhy his legs to make him fit into
I don't even know if they
the
did
mold.
that, but it was,
so he
it
didn't.
was
He didn't
truly-
look well.
Truly,
Just
wonderful.
make sure you vote, folks.
Absolutely. Josh, this one's for you. Danny Janson, now playing for the Sox, the Red Sox. He made Major League history yesterday. Do you know why?
I do know why.
He became the first player in history to play for both teams in a single game. Very, very cool. Back
How?
on June 26th, Danny was the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays against the Boston Red Sox. The game was suspended due to weather in the top of the second inning while Danny was in the middle of an at-bat. The game finally resumed last night. That's when they were choosing to replay it. Not replay it, but pick up the game.
Continue.
Oh, I didn't know they could continue
it.
a game like that. I thought when
By
they called
then-
it was just voided.
By then, Danny had been traded to Boston, so he was behind the plate for the Red Sox when the game restarted. Ironically, he was technically catching for his own at-bat. But the Jays put in center fielder Dalton Varsho to pinch hit for Janson. He struck out, but the Jays won the game 4-1. I just realized that now. I didn't get to that point. God, I'll talk about that later in the show if I can. No, I'll talk about it now. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put the muzzle on for this. I'm so depressed about my spectator sports right now. It's
Football's
such a
coming,
land
Mike.
of suck. It's
Football's
such a land
coming.
of suck. The football's gonna suck too. Football's gonna suck with the Giants too. It's suck, 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 suck. They are in a team of disarray, the Giants, and the Red Sox are slowly but surely playing themselves out of contention in the American League with the Wild
So-
Five
Card.
games
It
back.
sucks.
Mike,
Yes.
you know the temperament and the mindset of the average Boston Red Sox fan. Do they hate this guy yet? Will they hate him?
Who?
What's the deal? The guy that now plays for the Red Sox. that
Nah, it
was
doesn't
traded.
matter.
No,
It's in the
it
large scale.
doesn't
They hate their
matter.
bullpen is what they hate. Their
Okay.
incompetent bullpen. The
That's pitchers,
scorecard.
Josh.
By the way, for this this 2-game or this 1 game where they continued it, the scorecard and other items related to this first-time event historically are headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Probably the only way any of these guys on the Red Sox are going to get to the Hall of Fame. God's sakes, God damn it. And now the other spectator sport, Carrie Underwood. She just dropped a teaser for the 2024 Sunday Night Football opening theme song. And this is just a shill. The official season kicks off. I watched it. I was going to bring it to you, but it's not. It's the same as the old one, in my opinion.
Of course.
The season kicks off Thursday night because that's Sunday Night Football, September 5th. But our first Sunday full of NFL football is September 8th. And Carrie Underwood will be there to pump us up once again. Best legs in show business. Yeah. She is an amazing workout
I have
guru.
a small clip if you want to hear what they're going with, Mike.
All right, here we go. This is the new theme to Sunday. There it is.
Sunday night football. Sunday night football. Sunday night football.
That's all they let us play.
The first Sunday night game is a doozy. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Matthew Stafford returning home to Detroit to play against the Lions should provide some great drama. That is a naked shill written by the NFL.
Yeah, that was a nice commercial read.
That was an absolute free commercial they got. A tech startup in California. This will fascinate you.
Thank you,
it's called Reflect Orbital. They are planning to use mirrored satellites to sell people sunlight when it's dark out.
I saw this yesterday. Is this real?
I have no idea, but I believe it is. I believe that there is technology that exists that this might in fact be true. One of the co-founders is a former SpaceX employee. They're trying to put a constellation of satellites into orbit that can reflect sunlight and direct it anywhere on Earth. Russia apparently did this, Josh, as a proof of concept decades ago, and it worked. It's mainly designed to help big solar farms keep generating power at night, but anyone can go to their website and fill out a sunshine application.
Wow.
I want sunshine.
Charlie,
Josh, did you
sunshine?
read anything yesterday that indicated this might be BS?
No, but this came up on my TikTok yesterday, promoting this business, and I just assumed it was fake. Because it shows a guy on the video. It shows a guy on his phone, and it's like he's out in the middle of the field, and it's dark. So he's like, "Well, let me order sun," and he goes on his phone, orders it. It tracks his GPS, and suddenly there's this bright light in the sky above him.
That's all works until this, Mike.
Mr. Soroka, I task you. This is your first research project. I task you with finding out more about this particular issue to help us all. Can you do that for us?
I will figure it out.
Mike, it's so much better than the idea I had 5 years ago, which was to shine an electric light onto the solar panel.
I know. Very, very. It didn't. You thought it would spread. Finally today, a 30-year-old wedding photographer in Minnesota is facing charges for filming the bride naked while she was getting ready in her bridal suite.
Look out.
He set up a hidden camera that recorded her in her underwear with her top exposed. Police were able to identify the 27-year-old bride who watched the footage, and they finally confirmed that it was her. The wedding was back in 2020 at a venue 90 miles south of Minneapolis. Police only found out about it now because the photographer's wife turned him in.
Oh, no.
She gave them a thumb drive that had the video plus more explicit material on it. They didn't elaborate on what the other material is, but it sounds like it wasn't an isolated incident. God, there are pervs everywhere. The guy's name, this is a legitimate name.
Okay.
Mitchell Ringness. Great last name for a wedding photographer.
Yeah.
His website is still up. It promises to provide timeless yet captivating photos and videos that will do justice to your uniquely perfect love story and your exposed breasts. He's due in court next week, facing one misdemeanor charge of interfering with privacy. That's awfully soft language, isn't it? When you're talking about a perv taking unsolicited pictures, you know?
Wouldn't say soft.
The maximum sentence is a $3,000 fine and 1 year in jail, and that's all we have for you today. We'll take a break. Yes.
I have filled out my application for Sunshine.
We will get updates on Josh's Sunshine application.
Exactly what you need in Florida in August.
Yeah, absolutely. You're in the wrong state, Mr. Man. We'll take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills. My son's marionette face. When we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. All right, we talked about this. Rob, you can turn the music down because we
kill the
talked
music.
about
Stop the music.
The Vegas show that we've got coming up in November. We are excited about seeing you all out in Las Vegas. And because we are so excited, here is the very latest television commercial for our trip to Las Vegas. Hit it, boys.
Hello?
Hello, Rob. This is Mike.
Where are you?
I won't be on the show today because I'm at the bottom of the pool.
Bruh, why are you at the bottom of the pool?
It's not just any pool. It's the pool on top of the downtown Grand in Las Vegas. You know, with the Citrus Grand pool deck.
But we're not performing there until the weekend of November 9th.
Don't be an idiot, Spiewak. That's sooner than you think. Don't get left out. All the info for tickets and hotels and merchandise is at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Oh, that sounds great. We'll take over the whole hotel with fun and games and our all-new live show on that very pool deck. But I do have one more question.
Yes?
Are you alone in that pool?
No, silly. Josh is in here, too. In his Cal Ripken Speedo bathing suit.
Help, I'm drowning.
No, you're not.
TMOS Live, the weekend of November 9th at the Downtown Grand Hotel in fabulous Las Vegas. Make your arrangements now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Come party with us.
I've stopped breathing. Revive me by purchasing tickets.
Read.
And the Oscar for Best Supporting Performance in a Television Commercial goes to Mr. Josh Soroka, ladies.
I am much better at the editing.
I love you, Reed. I wouldn't have changed it a syllable.
No, you can't change that.
So good. And for people who remember Blues, there you go.
What did you say? I'm
thing.
sorry, you dropped out on me a little bit there.
I said for people that remember Pablo Cruz and all that yacht rock stuff.
That's what it was. The
spot for
inspiration was Pablo Cruz at the bottom of the pool, and tickets still available. Let's go get them. Let's get your hotel rooms. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking forward to seeing our friends out there and hanging at the Downtown Grand. We appreciate that. All right. There is a skill that my sister had growing up where she could take the front part of her lip and she could turn it into an absolute point. I referred to it as her marionette face. And it was weird. It was scary, but it actually would, she could talk with it. And no, I can't do it. Nobody in our family can do it. My father used to think he could do it, but he'd go, and it didn't look legit. The other day, I'm hanging out with my son, and suddenly I look at him, and there it is, the marionette face, and he is able to successfully do this. And this is something now that he is the second member of my even extended family that can do this. Now, I'm not sure how this video will translate to all of you, but I want to share it with you, and I want to show you exactly what it looks like. You have a question, Rob?
Yeah, before you roll it, does he know that your sister does the face to emulate it?
Well, he certainly knew after he did it, but because this is a video that I put together for my sister to send her to show her that she's not the only one. Roll it right now.
All right.
Let's take a
Kathy. Kathy, you know, for years I've asked you to do one little trick, and I'm here to say he doesn't have to do it anymore?
I mean, she doesn't.
Oh, she's not required to do it because my son has an ability that I thought you were the only one in the family that did it. Could you do it for us right now?
Oh, my God, that's great.
Oh, there it is.
It's like
say bye, Kathy.
the upper lip, both sides curl in independently.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Josh. Great job. That's awesome. There it is.
Great.
And it really comes to a total point.
Yeah.
No,
it's very weird. I also know from the background of the video and the speed at which you're talking, You're at Iguana Mia, aren't you?
Nope.
Really? It looked like the Mia.
Nope. Tequilas or something like that. I don't know
a different place.
joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it did look like the Mia.
If I panned out a little further, you would have seen my flagon of margarita that I had over the weekend.
Were you wearing a sombrero?
Oh my God, we're on it. I won't say late. He hates it when I say that. I won't say
No,
it.
we're not late. We
break.
just have to move on to more great stuff. That's all.
More beautiful video coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Quite an eclectic list that I have for you today, and I hope you enjoy it. We'll take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and when we come back, more beautiful video, and you have the distinct honor and privilege of listening to The Marionette Show. I'm sorry, this is The Mike O'Mara Show. Talk about it all the time. You'll love it. Liquid IV. I can't tell you how much it gratifies me that people are out there buying Liquid IV, but we are urging you now to go to our website to get your Liquid IV, which is really simply the best hydration multiplier on the market. It has great summer flavors, popsicle firecracker, rainbow sherbet that hit the spot when you need transformative relief all summer long. Indulge in hydration with electrolytes, essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, Liquid IV. Check out 5 delicious sugar-free flavors: raspberry melon, rainbow sherbet, white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. And the return of fan favorite hydration multiplier, cotton candy. I love them all. I love them dearly. Tear, pour, live more. Go out and get yourself a variety pack. Now listen, if you want the real deal here, Wade, get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today and use that promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Jerry, we start today where you've heard this story again and again and again, that grizzly bears can cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. The only thing I saw, perspective-wise, was almost like a drone shot of a grizzly bear running down like an elk or something, and it still didn't communicate the speed of a grizzly bear. This is a very brief video, but this shows you how a grizzly bear can move, how fast they can move, and the perspective shot is because these people are traveling at a high rate of speed in a boat when the grizzly comes out.
Boat?
And watch if you can only see it. It's a fleeting moment, but you'll see how this grizzly bear is moving and what speed he's moving when the boat goes near the river where I guess the grizzly hangs out. Let's take a look at this right here. Now wait, look at it.
Oh, and he's running half in water.
And he's catching them. There it is.
Wow.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen the real perspective on what that is. It was amazing.
The weird thing is that in Hollywood, legendarily, Dan Haggerty was very slow.
Dan Haggerty was, what was the name of that TV show?
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams, yes. Few people might remember that. Let's get some, speaking of old video, I'm not sure how old this is, but this is Weatherman Fun, one of the classic bits that I have enjoyed my entire life, and I've done it in airports, but this Weatherman misses it when he reads it, but his co-anchors catch up on it. Let's take a look at that.
Christy and Joe Horton, 9th anniversary, and Hugh Janus, turning 10. We'd mentioned...
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. It's one of those. It's one of those.
I totally fell for it, didn't I?
I think it was
Hugh Janus.
I think you're right.
I think it was a trick name.
You're right.
What a bunch of smart people.
I love that bit.
I think you're right.
Okay, so the Weatherman's a moron for not catching
That
it.
shout out. Who asked for it?
I'm gonna go back and look.
Who asked for it?
I'll have to go back and look, but I think you're right. I did fall for that one, huh?
I think it's one of those trick names and you fell for it.
Yes,
I think it's funny you caught it.
I didn't
I looked at it like
I did go to
about
UConn.
I mean, why? Because I was supposed to wish them a happy 10th, so I just figured, a young kid, hey, let's give you James a birthday shout out.
I love their reaction. I really do. I love
I
that.
got punked.
Yeah, you got punked.
I basically got punked.
All right, I don't know. All right, that's it. You can stop.
Do you know when a remote control car, when you were little, used to like get stuck in the corner and couldn't get out? It would just,
that was those.
That's the
anchor
Weatherman.
people.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Doesn't know what to do. All right, this is serious. Rob, I was referencing this a couple of times during the show. Good medical advice from an anesthesiologist. There's nothing this guy says that I do not agree with.
Okay.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Here are things I'll never do after working as a trauma anesthesiologist. Number 1, ride a motorcycle. Bikes are cool, but we call them donor bikes. No explanation needed. Number 2, live in a house with one of these. I've predominantly seen people either clip themselves or their family. Not a political statement, just one man's experience. Number 3, jump headfirst into anything, particularly any body of water I do not see the bottom of or have not stepped in. You think it's duh, but every few months. Yeah. Number 4, use a ladder, especially if you're over age of 60. Get somebody else to clean your gutters for you. You are not Tarzan.
Agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Those are the tips from an anesthesiologist.
Do you think he's
in
really a
trauma
doctor?
center. That was, you know what? You know how Rob talks about getting out of it and moving on? That gets me out of it and allows me to move on. Mr. Spiewak, that's why you're there. Thank you very much.
I'm also thinking, Rob, order a lab coat off Amazon. It's time to make some videos.
Yes, Rob's Dr. Spiewak. Dr. Spiewak.
And I'll have it embroidered. I will.
I was just trying to help people. Josh told me he's watched this. It's all over online. It's weird. It's fake. It's gross.
Okay.
But this is Elon Musk.
It's
go
good
ahead.
editing.
It's good editing.
Versus
check
AI.
out the editing between Ocasio-Cortez and Musk in this, Rob. I don't know if you've seen it. There they are, making googly eyes at each other.
I apologize.
That was perfect.
I'm breaking all the rules.
Well, I guess we might make some mistakes. Who knows?
I love this. I really do.
I think one of the biggest problems we have in DC is that everyone's egos are too big.
I actually just prefer to have no titles at all.
God. Isn't that well
You're
done?
opening yourself up.
It's like Melrose Place.
It is. Oh, that is. They use that like reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Jeez, it looks like
God,
they are
he's a
having
creep, isn't he?
flirtatious
Even when he's edited, he's a creep.
Now, I share this next tape with you because I would pull this romantic move during my dating time with Carla if I knew I screwed up. Let me tell you why I like this. It's very simple. It's nothing elaborate, nothing special, but Carla would say this and I would do this. Let's take a look at this. This is a
Just
very
dropped his
romantic
girlfriend off at home.
Love you. I love you. You don't know if you're in the damn car.
Knowing he messed up, he then gets out of the car and sprints as fast as he can to the front door before she gets there.
I'm already at the door.
And then carries her all the way back to the front of the sidewalk to fix his mistake, acting like nothing even happened.
There it is. And Carla would do that. I would jump out of the car. I would carry her back to the car, and I would walk her up.
Oh,
That's a Mike O'Mara move.
I thought it would be Carla walking you to the door.
Well, that's now.
Now, okay.
And the word, I wouldn't use walking me. I would use assisting me.
Mike, everyone needs some
That's
help sometimes.
one step before push.
We leave you during my segment today with a little comedy from Nate Bargatze. Take a look at old Nate here and see what he has to
She
say
started
for you.
selling stuff online on Facebook Marketplace, and I found this out from a guy at my front door. I don't even really know what it is. I think it's just putting your home address on the open internet. She doesn't sell used cars. There's not like a big money coming in. She sells stuff that should be thrown away. She sold an old kid's folding chair for $5. Best case scenario, we receive $5. Worst case, our whole family is murdered.
We'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back with more beautiful video on the Mike O'Meara Show. Hope you enjoyed that little segment for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's great video. My wife occasionally sells things online.
Kids folding chairs?
No, we don't have any of those. I broke them all. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Mike O'Meara Show. Whoa. Hey, everybody, remember the old days when you went shopping? You had a different store for every single thing you wanted. Anything you want. I can't tell you how many times a young DJ named Mike O'Meara wasted an entire day at the mall waiting for his parents to pick him up. So I had to go to the Orange Bowl, Woodward and Lothrop, David's Bridal, Variety Records, the Disney Store, and Becker's. I didn't know there was a Becker's. Phew! Thank God times have changed and everything you need can now be purchased at MikeO'MearaShow.com. Amazing shirts with new designs arriving daily like the one Josh is wearing right now with Charlie Stewang Stabalak. And, of course, there they are. Are they up now, Josh, for people to purchase?
They are up now.
Mugs!
The fantastic campfire mugs. They're wonderful. New designs for T-shirts are arriving daily. We got hats, coinage, all the tickets, info, and merchandise for you to join us for the Grand Reunion Las Vegas weekend, November 9th, right around the corner. So hurry up and support the show you love. Every purchase keeps the laughs coming. Just click store at MikeO'MearaShow.com, the source for all things TMOS, official, authentic, and awesome. Thank you for your support. And remember, our motto, Rob Spiewak.
I actually have you reading this today.
White Flint Mall is gone. Listen up, Kensington. We are here for you. I don't know what that means, but that's that. That's it. We've got that for you.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Mike, don't you know that they closed White Flint Mall and knocked it down, leaving Kensington devoid of a shopping mall?
Kensington no longer has a shopping mall. Great part of the world. Yuck.
Mike, Becker's mostly sold luggage.
Did they? Okay. All right.
This is my favorite tape in a long time. It's a gimmick that a lot of minor teams use. I think this team is called the Threshers, and they're a feeder team for the Phillies. But, they do a lot of work at a minor league game to make it entertaining. And one of the things is a bat dog. No, not like Ace the Bat Hound from Batman, but a dog that's like a bat boy goes and retrieves the bat. Well, this dog is just starting, and his sister was, her sister was a legendary bat dog. And she's not taking the training.
Dog. What exactly?
Yeah.
So this is like a mascot type of thing? Oh, it retrieves the bats. Very cool.
Like a bat boy, yeah, at minor league games. And so this dog was released to get the bat. And the first thing, I'll save you the first moment.
Is your daughter still dating that mascot?
Yep.
Why do you say it like that?
I've got tapes to play, Mike. So the
dog
runs
I'm sorry. I can't let you off the hook. I mean, is everything all right?
She likes him very much.
You got to deal with it now or it's a segment tomorrow. You know that.
Yes, she likes him very much. And they're in Richmond. They don't live together, but they are, they're very much together as a couple. And there's that. Sometimes you hit it off and sometimes you don't.
Is there any more you can give us at all?
At risk of souring some relationships that are near and dear to my heart, probably not.
Okay.
But
is this because he will not let you wear the costume?
Now you're just being silly. It wouldn't fit. And he's not mascotting anymore.
But she's still with him.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're acting weird.
I think he's between jobs at this point.
Oh, that's it. Okay. I get it.
And anyway, Mike, so the bat
Sorry,
dog,
I didn't mean to throw you off the rails.
The bat dog.
That's all right. That's all right. The bat dog, in the initial strive for the bat dog, she goes to the other dugout, which is not what she should do. But when she leaves the other dugout, they try to coax her.
Is it just the employment status that
Mike,
that
you're going to love this dog.
Is it just the employment thing that's bugging you? I mean, if they're living separately, it's not like he's sponging off her or anything like that.
No, he's not sponging off her. Of course not.
Is it a financial thing at all with you?
No, it's not that at all. No.
So it's
sometimes
something more,
personalities don't mesh. You know,
because I seem to remember like you went to the mascot games and you were really
Yeah, we
excited
did.
when he was
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
Well, we mostly spent those with Julia. 'Cause
Was
he
there a
working.
moment? Was there any particular moment?
Mike,
that,
I'll talk to you after the program and tell you
Okay,
the exact
sure,
an
about that.
exact
Okay, go ahead.
moment in
Bat
time.
dog. Bat dog.
Bat dog.
Yeah.
So
Bat
the
dog.
dog runs instead of
Prank
getting
call,
the bat,
prank call.
runs to the opposing dugout. That's no good. And this is what happens next. Remember, this is a dog in training. So this is the opposing dugout. The dog is out. They throw the bat. Ignores the bat.
Oh no.
Just has the zoomies.
Oh, there he
starts
goes.
running around the field.
There we go. Having
Can't be
fun.
caught.
It's what
Yeah.
dogs love to do. It's what they want to do. Taking a dump in the middle of the diamond.
And smiling and loving it.
my
And
God,
wait, you
right
think it's
in
over.
front.
But
There's
wait,
a
hold it.
another
a double
one.
play.
He had to go, poor
Rat-
thing. He
Rat
had
is
to
on
go.
the trainer.
There
Yeah.
we go.
They really should have walked him before, walked her before.
And good job, by the way, trainer. Good job. Oh, no, that wasn't a trainer. That's one of the guys that's cleaning the field who was trying to do that.
Yeah, no, the dog, she returns to the trainer and immediately pretends nothing went wrong.
You know what
Watch.
the fastest way to get a dog to run away is? Try to grab his collar. There's
Yep.
the trainer.
Now he's yelling at the dog. And
pointing
the
that
dog
finger.
is just smiling.
Oh,
But anyway,
my God. That's a yellow lab, too. They love to
No.
run. They love to run.
That was-
Trainer failed not walking him ahead of time.
Yeah,
Yep,
but a
absolutely.
perfect coil right there on
Wouldn't you
the
love
field.
it? Wouldn't you love it if you were working for Josh in that stadium? You know, there he is. He's so matter of fact with that. You know, why didn't you walk him? Come on
Fire
now.
the trainer.
Fire
New
the
trainer. Really simple.
So people, Channing Tatum, he's something of a heartthrob, right? People like him.
I like him too. I think he's kind of funny, right? He does some funny stuff online. I like.
I
the guy.
think as he ages, he's looking less dreamy, but
Okay.
I found this interesting in a Jerry Lewis sort of way. Remember, Jerry Lewis would only wear socks once
that
and
is
then throw them away.
Of all the facts that you have shared with us about Jerry Lewis, that has always been my favorite. That was his quirkiness. That was his divaness. That was probably an early indication of his level of dickishness, wouldn't it
And
be,
they were
Rob,
monogram
probably?
socks, Mike. Absolutely. I mean, they said JL.
Throwing them away. And
It is representative of when I was a boy. And
I never
there
had
was not enough
socks.
money, and sometimes no socks at all.
Now
And
I
so
throw them away.
I would
That's how
throw them away.
successful I've
It's just
become.
wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful,
yeah,
marvelous.
blinking.
Well, so Channing Tatum went through. He hates doing laundry.
Okay.
So he one time went a year just buying new shirts.
Really not a better marriage for Carhartts or Dickies than just white t-shirts. For me, specifically Hanes is my go-to. Just a plain white tee. White tank tops, ribbed, not the weird sort of fitted ones. I was always gravitated to just like a very simple, old, tattered white shirt. It's just a classic thing. I hate doing laundry. Like, I hate it more than I can possibly say. I had one year that I called the year of the fresh white tee. And I don't think I did laundry all year that year. And I just wore white t-shirts that I just bought. Like, I'd be like, I can get like 2 wears out of this a week. This is gonna be good. The year of the fresh white tee, 99 or 2000. It's a beautiful year.
Who says actors are lazy? Huh? Come on. Who says that? Please.
I hate laundry more than
Well,
anything.
And 99, 2000, he had enough money to hire someone to do his laundry.
He did. He could have done it that way. And can I just say this? Of all the domestic activities in my home, and I collect mine and I bring it to the laundry room, but I, more often than not, I've done a load here or there. I still do. But the laundry in our home with my full-time working wife she's great at it, and she does a magnificent job with it, and I am eternally grateful for it. Really. Thank you, Carla. She these words a long, long time ago came out of her mouth. She said, I don't like anybody else doing the laundry. I have a certain way I like to do it, and I like to do it. And as soon as that happened, she's been doing it ever since. God bless you.
Nobody in my family ever does wash. Ever.
You don't. Your wife doesn't wash clothing?
Ever. I do my own because I couldn't.
What
I
about
couldn't
her
wait for
clothing?
it. She eventually washes it, but it's more often
Her
than
own
not.
clothes?
Yeah, but if you want something, it's either in the dryer, which she calls the fifth drawer, or a basket somewhere upstairs, not even necessarily in the laundry room or our room. There's just a basket of clothes somewhere.
All right, I understand.
I one time should not have said this, but I did. She came home. She had been doing something on a Sunday. She says, "What did you do today?" And I said, "In 3 hours, I washed, dried, folded, and put away an entire load of clothes. You see, it can be done."
3 hours?
Well, I mean, yeah, an hour to wash it, an hour to dry it, and then
walking from room to room, 1 hour, a total of 90 minutes.
But Mike, the fact is that laundry should be done in one sweep.
Can I ask you a
shouldn't leave it in
question?
the dryer. You shouldn't leave it in the washer. Yes, I'm entertaining all questions.
Do you think that Julia's boyfriend does laundry?
Mike, this is funny because cleanliness is a topic that we address on this show. And you use a bidet, don't you? You love it.
It's called the Clear Rear. It's a poor man's bidet. Yes, it is, Rob Spiewak.
Well, there was a video, and I enjoyed this, even though they used some technological effects, a video of people using a bidet for the first time.
Oh, this ought to be good. Because
And
those
their
bidets,
reactions.
some of them can be real powerful. And what you don't know until you use one is these are well-made, well-crafted devices that are pretty good at finding the bullseye. If you know what I mean.
This is a fancy bidet because it not only has variable pressure,
Okay.
it can heat the water, and there's a male and female setting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
How about that? Now we'll get some
okay.
commentary.
Slow motion reaction.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So how long are you supposed to do it for? Wow.
I don't like how it like.
No, you gotta keep it going.
Oh, keep it on? Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yes.
Everyone seems to enjoy it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
This is like a nice little shower without taking a shower.
Smiles all around.
Yeah, it seems
The
to be.
accuracy
Yes.
is pinpoint.
I didn't know you could
It's
warm
pinpoint.
the water up too.
Yeah.
But there's
That's a nice little
just a
touch.
cameraman or
Okay.
producer just standing in there for them to talk to.
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
interesting,
an
isn't it? He also does weddings.
Okay.
I would assume it's probably a stationary camera, like something set
no,
up.
they're-
at the-
but they're-
No,
but
there's a
they're talking to
conversation
someone.
going on.
There's a
He's
conversation.
talking,
You
they're
can talk
talking
through the
to
door.
somebody.
You could talk through the door.
No, there's a guy there
There's a
that's
guy.
videoing the whole
And-
thing. Why do you not want that to be true?
Because
just
it's a lot
seems-
creepier.
It does make it creepier. I guess that makes it better, actually, for
Do
us.
you think Julia's boyfriend would do a video like that?
Do you think Julia's boyfriend knows when to shut up? Let's close with this. This is a name we haven't visited in a while.
Okay.
Brian Butterfield.
Oh,
But
wow.
I think we've never seen this before.
Oh, I
This
love Brian
is
Butterfield.
the art of self-defense. Mike, we close with this.
It's 1000 BC. The mystic East. Oriental men are busy inventing dozens of fighting techniques that will come to be known as martial arts. Now the year is 2912, and I, Brian Butterfield, have fused all these techniques together into one to create Butterfield. From Taekwondo, 1 millimeter punch. Hi! From Karate, double roundhouse. From sumo, the 100-hand slap. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4,
Throw.
5. Sorry. From circumference, the hair pull. Sorry. From the playground, crouching tiger, hidden briar.
Crouches behind him.
Hi! Sorry. Butterfield is their martial art. Hi! Sorry! Koru Mahaya! Whatever that is.
Meds.
Oh, Brian Butterfield.
Kung Fu.
Thoroughly enjoyed that. Hey, listen, thanks for joining us on the Mike O'Mara Show today. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow that you can eat. I hope you will join us for that. I'm off to watch the Red Sox lose again, and yeah, that's exciting.
Maybe they need a bat dog, Mike.
A bat dog that can take. Hey, you know, it could work. Maybe a nice superstitious dump in the middle of the diamond.
That's the first time that's happened since Mike Schmidt played.
Yeah, but don't have a dog do it. Have Louis Tion do it. We got to go. We'll see you tomorrow for a brand new episode. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
So long, folks.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
You lost again.
Cottonelle bath tissue.
That will never happen again, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.